I still have some neuropathy left in my legs, so I can't really. It started with the whole lower body, like hips down. Couldn't really feel anything after that last chemotherapy session. Now it is just pretty much the bottom of my feet,
Oh,
and everything else has like 80% feeling back, which actually doesn't hurt. Sometimes, like I can go really hard on calves, and I feel very little to nothing. So in that sense, it helps. But you don't have the mind and muscle connection right now. A lot of the cancer was in my hip, so I could still feel like there's limitations to my range of motion and stuff like that. I can't quite go as heavy. So that's like the last thing that's probably going to come back is the
okay.
legs, which
Oh.
to me that's disappointing because I was really proud of my legs and now they're just average to me. So
Hey, everybody, welcome to another episode of Paradise Pump. And we have Mel back today,
I am back today.
back
Yes, thank
from
you.
her surgery. And we have a special guest. Zane is in the house. What's up, Zane?
hey, everyone.
What's going on, man? So we got Mel back and we got a guest. Um, Zane is the IFBB Pro, men's physique pro, or men's classic physique, sorry.
I got
Classic,
it in
right?
men's physique,
You got it.
but
Okay.
I
So
plan on competing in classic.
okay, that's so yeah, you got a men's physique, but you're gonna do men's classic. Okay, right. And what year was that you got it?
I was 2018
18. What was the show?
USA's.
USA. Okay. Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, pretty good,
it's been
dude.
a while.
Have you competed as a pro yet?
No, you know what? I kept on like putting it off, putting it off. I wanted to focus on my business, focus on my degrees. Like I ended up getting my PhD in exercise phys since then. And then I was like, yes, it's about time to get back out there. I put on a good amount of size, obviously, in 8 years.
Mm.
And then some health issues happened that set me back from doing it this year. But we're looking at next year. And I think that's a really good possibility.
Oh, okay. So that'll be your first show.
Did you already pick? Have you already picked out a show?
I haven't exactly because it just depends on like how all the health stuff transpires and as long as that continues to be good. But the show I really, really wanted was Pittsburgh because it's a really competitive show, and I just want to see where I stand with the really good guys. But more realistically, probably something closer to fall. Thinking like I'd love to travel a little bit for that show, so maybe like Japan or Korea or something
Oh,
like that, an Asian country. That would be cool.
oh yeah, that'd be fun, man.
Yeah.
Um, so you mentioned health issues. So what was that about?
Yes. So I moved here to Hawaii in October of last year, and I got diagnosed with stage 4 cancer in December. So that was a little bit of a battle. It was December until the last chemotherapy was at the end of April, and then I got the all clear, the remission in June.
Oh man.
So
Yeah, that's crazy, dude. I remember you came in one time and you were doing chemo at the time, and I
y-
was like, whoa, like,
yeah, had
yeah,
long hair. I lost all that. Hair
yeah.
is now a different color post chemo, which is
Oh,
interesting.
really?
Yeah, because it was blonde before, like a dark blonde,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
now it's like pretty dark brown, I would say. And I mean, the doctors say that's probably 9 to 12 months. It'll change back to its normal tone. Other people say it never will. So who knows? I'm just happy to
Okay.
have some hair.
That's wild, man. Hey, but congratulations on beating that.
Thank you.
Congratulations on your recovery. It's
Yeah.
fantastic.
I mean, this is honestly the perfect place to do it. Like, I didn't know a whole lot of people here other than my wife. She already worked at the hospital where I got treated. So,
Mhm.
like, it's like, it was good in the sense that, like, my friends and close family didn't have to see me go through that. And I could just kind of isolate a little bit, focus on that, and just get through it because my mom couldn't handle seeing that. Like I didn't
Mhm.
want to like I didn't want my friends seeing that. It's better for me to deal with things alone sometimes. But
Okay.
my wife was obviously a
Yeah.
massive support, and I couldn't have done it without her.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Because where are you from originally?
Colorado. Well,
Colorado.
I've been in Colorado for the last 15 years. Originally, I am Russian descent, so I was born in St. Petersburg, Russia.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, see, I always thought because he used to have the long hair, and it was I thought you were Viking, man. I
I
was like,
mean,
this guy's like Scandinavian or something.
there is some Finnish in my blood
There's
too.
Finnish.
Yeah,
Okay.
so there you
Well,
go.
that makes sense.
Hmm.
Okay, but Russia, wow.
Yeah, I recently found out I did like the ancestry DNA, and it was like it was only two things. It was Russian and Finnish. I'm like, everyone else has like 10 things. I have two. I'm like, okay,
Well,
yeah,
this is where I see the freakish genetics, like you get this size, you can put that size on. So,
Yeah, we're getting it back on. We still got a good amount to go, but I feel the best I felt in actually a couple years. So I think next year is a real possibility because of that too. I
hmm
think the main thing that I'm still dealing with the side effects from the chemo and all that, I still have some neuropathy left in my legs, so I can't really. It started with the whole lower body, like hips down. Couldn't really feel anything after that last chemotherapy session. Now it is just pretty much the bottom of my feet,
Oh,
and everything else has like 80% feeling back, which actually doesn't hurt. Sometimes, like I can go really hard on calves and I feel very little to nothing. So in that sense, it helps. But you don't have the mind muscle connection right now. A lot of the cancer was in my hip, so I could still feel like there's limitations to my range of motion and stuff like that. I can't quite go as heavy. So that's like the last thing that's probably going to come back is the
okay.
legs, which
Oh.
to me that's disappointing because I was really proud of my legs and now they're just average to me. So,
Mm.
but it's a process.
Well, I mean, at one point, like, how big were you, like, at your biggest, I'd say?
I'd say about 285,
And how tall are you?
6'2",
6'2". Yeah.
six
So,
two, and like, I mean, I'm gonna ballpark the body fat like 12% at that point.
okay.
So
Yeah.
not like super lean, but not fat yet either at that point.
hmm
Yeah.
It's pretty good size, man.
That's big. That's
Yeah. I mean,
huge.
considering he's going to do classic
Yeah,
physique,
yeah.
so it wasn't even open bodybuilding.
Yeah. I
So
mean, for open bodybuilding, you gotta be like that on
for
stage.
you,
Yeah.
yeah, you got to be on stage at like 290.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're 6'2", right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I know that's crazy.
and I mean, even at 285, like I'm getting real bad sleep apnea. I'm like bloated all
Yeah.
the time. It's hard to tie my shoe. So I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
eating 320, 330 in the off season just would not be conducive to my life at all.
Yeah. That's kind of a lot. Because what's the top of the class for your height for
I believe
classic
it's
physique?
245.
245?
Yeah, so I can easily, even from
Squeeze
285, I
down.
can I can get there. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I mean it's not like it's 40 pounds, but it's not a huge percentage change. Like if it was like 40 pounds, but I was already 220 pounds, and that the percentage
Yes.
is a lot bigger.
Right.
But 40 pounds is doable at my weight still. Plus, you know how dieting is. In the first week, I'll lose 10 pounds. It's just water. So
Yeah.
really, it's not as much
So
as it looks like.
so you actually train, you do online coaching and all that stuff, or
Yeah, I do a number of things online. Like I have bodybuilding clients, I have MMA fighters, some NFL guys.
Mhm.
So it's kind of like nice plethora. It's a good mix to keep me interested. So everything's different. But like there's so many similarities with differences that it
Mhm.
keeps my mind like going. I think if I was just doing bodybuilding, it might burn me out a little bit. But with the variety of athletes, I think it just keeps me very interested. It makes me love my job basically.
Yeah, because what got you into coaching and stuff?
I couldn't even tell you, to be honest. Like it just naturally started happening. I started as a personal trainer at a gym. I started at Gold's Gym originally,
Okay.
made very little money.
Yeah.
You know how the sessions are. It's like $55 per session and I get like 20. And
If
then
you're lucky, 20.
yeah. And then I went to Lifetime Fitness, which paid better. And that opened a lot of doors because Lifetime Fitness, the clientele just has a lot more connections. It's a wealthier kind of gym. They have like
Mm,
doctors, just wealthy entrepreneurs and stuff like that.
right.
One of my clients was the owner of a female football team, and one of his coaches, I forgot exactly what happened, but he had to leave like mid-season, and he just needed someone to help them out with practice. I did that. Then he called some other people he knew. I ended up getting a job at the Broncos, and then I ended up just taking that on my own after that. So
Oh,
it's just like a
wow.
little step-by-step kind of thing. A lot of luck, but a lot of taking advantage of the luck at the same time, like being in the position to be able to make the most of it. And the bodybuilding thing, you know how it is. You compete, you look good around the gym,
Right.
people approach you, and then word gets around. Now you have clients in multiple different states, and it's just a slow build.
Yeah, yeah. Did you
And which
okay.
lifetime were you coaching at?
Colorado Springs.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Have you really thought
Right.
about it? Like Lifetime, I love that place. I've been to both of the ones in Las Vegas. It's like a country club.
No, it really
And
is.
the network of people, yeah, they do got that.
It's
They
very
got
high
meal
end,
pockets.
high end.
So great place to network with people.
For
I
sure.
know Armburst Gym is pretty big in Colorado.
Yeah, that's
Did you train? I don't know how far
that's
it is.
Denver. It's like
Oh,
for
that's
me that was
Denver.
like an hour and 15, hour and a half drive,
Okay.
but I still made it once in a while because it was a great gym.
And
Like
Phil
that's
Phil Heath was out there at the time, right? when he
Yeah,
was
he still
competing?
comes by every now and then. You'll
Yeah.
still see him, but even when he trained for like the Olympias, he was usually there past closing. He's the night owl.
Oh, I see.
So, and I understand completely because, he doesn't want to get bothered in the Olympia
Yeah.
prep. His sleep schedule is pretty much what mine is right now, where I think he woke up at like noon. He goes to bed at like 2 a.m., something like
Oh,
that. He works
geez.
out at like 11 o'clock, but it worked for him.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I mean,
yeah, he'll still go. You'll still see him every now and again and just, he'll take pictures with the people and he's a
yeah.
good guy.
Yeah, yeah, cool. Yeah, yeah, no, he's a really good bodybuilder. One of the best. Yeah, that's awesome, dude. So, when it comes to training and especially like bodybuilding, I mean, what type of training do you what theories or system do you have or do you believe in, Just or, what's your style?
Well, I mean, I'm not like stuck on any one thing. It all depends on the person. For me personally, I like to train lower volume, longer rest periods, more to all out failure. But like as an example with my legs right now, I can't really do that. I can't go all the way to failure. I can't go as heavy as I'd like to. So in those cases, I'll up the volume, I'll up the set count, stuff like that. So it really depends on the situation, but especially at this point in my career, I'm really bigger into machines than free weights.
Okay.
Um, volume is probably like on average around 15 sets per muscle group per week, and usually I'll hit it twice a week.
Oh, you
So
do it twice a week.
usually, yeah.
Oh, okay.
My
Oh,
split
wow.
right now is pull, push, legs, off, upper, lower, off. So Thursdays and Sundays off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah.
And the duration that you're going through your treatment and everything like that, how frequent or would you even frequent the gym?
Oh, I still did the exact same thing I know.
Oh,
The doctors told me
fantastic.
not to, but um, yeah, that wasn't gonna happen. I mean, it kept me sane, it kept
Yeah.
me in like my routine and all that. Now, obviously, I didn't like have the ability to go as heavy. Like, didn't love the way my physique looked, regardless. But still, compared to like the other patients that I saw getting treated for cancer, I definitely think I made the right move. Like even scouring like forums for people with the same cancer I had, like people were having trouble just standing up in the shower, and I'm like,
Mm.
I think the strength training, the bodybuilding really like carried me through that.
Absolutely, keeping you
Yeah.
sane and keeping on a routine because easily you could have spiraled and went down a dark path.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure you maintain your diet like a bodybuilder because that's status quo. That's a way of life for you already. So
Yeah. I'm not the cleanest eater, but at least I'm getting my meals in. I'm getting my protein in and stuff like that. And like with the doctors, the other thing I'll say is like they didn't like a lot of times with the cancer, they put in the port in your chest because chemotherapy isn't really supposed to go into the veins, it'll essentially destroy the veins. So the port helps. The other option is a PICC line, which usually they don't do as much, but what they do is they put a line into your bicep that goes all the way to pretty much the valves like near the heart, and they pump in the chemotherapy that way. The
Mm.
inconvenient part of that is you have to take that out every single time you leave the hospital. The port you can just keep in for like months at a time. And the problem with the port is you can't really work out heavy at all. It's like there, it'll just, you try a heavy chest press, you might rip something.
Oh, geez.
So every single time I went in for chemotherapy, which was a total of 6 times, they had to put a new port in me because or they had to put a new pick line in me because I insisted no port. I'm going to keep going to the gym. So now I have these
Jeez,
handy.
man.
You can kind of see
Oh,
every
all
one that
that.
went in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yikes.
Yeah.
Crazy,
But
dude.
they didn't like that, but they accommodated me a little bit. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And you said it was in your hip, huh? Or
So it was lymphoma, but it had spread to my hip, both ribs,
hmm.
my liver, and my CNS. So
Ooh.
yeah, the hip got the hip is what sent me to the doctor in the first place. It was like I thought it might have been an injury at first, but it kept on getting worse, not better. And it was getting to the point where I was like, I had a day there where I was like screaming in pain, and I don't have a low pain tolerance. So for me to be screaming in pain, it was pretty bad. And it was like weeks after it started, and actually months at that point. And I'm like, why is this not getting better? I was using some peptides that normally would help, like
Yeah.
BPC and all that. I'm like, why is this not getting better? Why is this not getting better? So eventually went into a doctor, got an MRI, and figured that out. The worst of it was the hip and the liver. Like
Hmm.
for like the CNS was like arguably the most dangerous part, but it seemed like it had just gotten there because it hadn't really spread far. And after the first treatment for the CNS, it never tested positive again. Now, granted, I still had to have 10 treatments. They were lumbar punctures just to be safe. But yeah,
Dude.
the hip was really bad.
Were you, out of curiosity, were you open with the use of your peptides with your doctors that was treating you for your cancer and such?
No. Yeah, they didn't ask. I didn't
Yeah.
tell. It was kind of one of those things.
No, because you know, tall tales, rumors online, and we don't know the truth of it all. How they say it could
It could
help
speed it up.
masticize it,
Yeah,
right?
I've read it both ways, where it
Right.
was like,
I've read it both
yeah, and
ways.
I'm just like, it's really indecisive. It depends on what kind of cancer you have.
Hmm.
No one, like, some people claim it'll help kill the cancer. Some people claim it'll grow it quicker.
Mhm.
So I did start, I did stop the BPC at one point, like midway through, and I didn't start again until later. But no, the doctors, they never asked and I never told. So
Don't
yeah,
ask, don't tell.
Are you back
yeah.
on any peptides to help with your liver or anything like that as well?
The only one I'm on right now is Clo,
Okay.
which I mean that's a blend though, so I guess that's a lot of them. So it's BPC, TB500, KPV, and GHKCU. So I think that one's really good. Yeah.
No. What do you think?
No, that's
Mel loves
fantastic.
peptides, so
Yeah, I do. So, like, as far
what
as
do you think
the hip
about
thing,
his stack?
no, that's a fantastic stock,
Yeah.
honestly. So your hip thing, I just got out of a hip replacement, total prosthesis in my hip, and um, I wasn't open with my doctors at first about like injecting or putting on a cream with BPC, GHKC, and Cardilax for it,
Hmm.
and they're like, "Oh, you're making great recovery," I'm like, "Okay, thanks." Just
I
and
don't
then
know
after
why. It
yeah.
just
I'm just
And then
amazing.
after I told them, they're like, "Oh, okay, okay."
yeah. And I also I was tempted to tell them because like there's definitely a benefit when I was using them. I definitely felt it. But I was like, it's not like they could do anything with this information because as medical doctors,
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna tell the next patient to take
Hmm.
this. I'm like, I don't know what use this is really gonna do for you.
That's why my doctors was just like, "Oh, okay,
Yeah,
well, keep doing what
yeah,
you're doing. Good job."
it's working.
Yeah.
That,
Not gonna tell
yeah,
you to change it.
Yeah.
I think
So,
that's what they usually do. They just say good job and they just leave it alone
hmm
because, like you said, they can't pass it on,
Hmm.
you know.
yeah.
So it's not FDA approved.
I mean, some
Ooh.
of them are now, right? Like
Some, I think,
the BPC, I think did get approved, but
they finally did.
yeah, but you still won't see a doctor like prescribing it. It's outside of like,
Hmm.
an actual clinic that specializes in that. You're not gonna see like your oncologist give you that or anything like that.
Hmm.
So, but it's getting there. It's moving towards that. More,
Yeah.
it's very mainstream right
I
now.
mean, it's
Peptides are
really
everywhere.
mainstream.
Yeah.
And what's funny about it is I remember, I mean, shit, when they first came out, I want to say it feels like it was about, maybe close to 15 years ago. I remember, and I remember using some of them, and nobody talked about it other than maybe the bodybuilders, that was it. And it's funny how in the last maybe year, 2 years, hey, Mark, you ever did this? And I'm just kind of like,
Yeah, I know what you're talking
yeah,
about.
bro. Like, yeah, like
Yeah.
I like 10 years ago,
Can't
dude,
beat this
Same.
I
party.
know.
Same. I had that too. Like back in the day, BPC was already around probably
Oh,
10
a long time.
plus years ago, and I was
Yeah.
using it. Like IGF was really popular back then, and then,
Yeah.
it kind of fell off. The pendulum like swung the opposite way. Now the pendulum, I feel like, is all the way at the top the other way.
Everybody's like a
Yeah.
peptide dealer too. Hey, I got a friend. Like,
Everybody,
okay, thank you.
yeah, you should join my promotion. It's like everybody's doing it,
Here's my
it's like a
code.
thing.
Here's my affiliate link. All that.
Or the
Yeah.
codes. Yeah, the codes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or even like
Yeah.
Motzi. I was using that from my come up from 2017-ish.
Mm.
And now like a lot of people are, oh, Motzi, Motzi. I'm like, yeah, you're kind of late to the game.
I actually didn't hear about Motzi until this pendulum swing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was a little bit more obscure than I think. So, good for you finding that one.
I actually found out from it from one of my friends up in Las Vegas, and they were busing all of these triathletes and these cyclists for EPO. So
Oh yeah.
they had to go find more goodies.
Hmm.
Motzi was one of the new goodies. He was like, "You should try." I'm like, "Yeah, I should."
Well, and then all the diet stuff started
Yeah.
getting really big. I think that's what really blew the peptide market up, right? When all the diet peptides started coming out, right?
Oh yeah. Oh
Like
yeah. Like
Retta and all that
Retta.
stuff, right? That's what really, I think, put the eyes on it.
Monjarno and Ozempic
Yeah,
and
I know Ozempic, Marjorie, yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
have you ever touched any of those?
Um, Have I touched it for myself?
Yeah, you
No.
personally.
Have I touched it for like my clients and like my own mother? Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have an
Yeah.
appetite issue with eating enough, so it's
Okay.
gonna not help me at all. Like I have the easiest time dieting into a show. I
Oh,
usually
okay.
don't even do cardio until the last couple of weeks,
Wow.
and I'm not
Right.
hungry. It's
So that's never been an issue.
yeah. I would rather it be the opposite way because building season is way longer, and I'm forcing food for way longer than I'm cutting.
Yeah.
So not for me, but for clients, absolutely.
Hmm.
And for my mom, my mom's lost like 80 pounds at this point.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
fantastic.
man.
She doesn't go to the gym. Well, actually now she does. She has like some group classes now that she feels like she's in better shape and she can go, which is totally the opposite, like the opposite of what she should have been doing. She should have been doing that
Of
from the
course.
start. But
Of
now she
course.
feels better about herself, so she'll go to the classes too.
Yeah.
But I had her start on tirzepatide. No, we actually started on Ozempic, the semaglutide, moved to tirzepatide, and then moved to Retta. Retta actually didn't work as well for her. She got more stomach issues with that one. So
Wow.
we put her back on the tirzepatide at that point.
Yeah, usually the tirzepatide, there's a lot more appetite suppression with it. So with Retta, because there's that triple agonist, a lot of people don't fare with it very well as the tirzepatide as far as suppression. So yeah, I know a lot of people who end up going back in tirzepatide as well too.
Yeah, it's been working really good for her, so can't complain. Her health markers, her blood work is really, really good now.
Hmm.
She had like some issues with her heart, it seemed like before, then they're all gone now. And it was actually the opposite of what you would think for like a heavy woman. It was low blood pressure, very low resting heart rate. Like you'd think she was an athlete because she was resting in like the 40s.
Wow.
Like, but now it's actually up and like at a healthy level now.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's not getting lightheaded. So I'm like, this has benefited
There you
so
go.
much other than just the weight. So can't complain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I mean, if it works, man, that's what I would say if it
If
works.
it works,
And
yes, it worked.
there's nothing, not too many sides. I mean, everything has a side, but if the side effects are minimum, then
Well,
go
the way I
for
see
it.
it, the side effects of that are probably less than her being obese.
Yes.
So,
Right,
yeah,
right.
that's
Exactly. And especially the lap band thing. A lot of people were doing that, but then a lot of people were it was working for a while and then they would just keep overeating and they would stretch it out again. I've heard of that too.
yeah.
Yes, I've seen that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And they literally it works for maybe a year or so. It kind of seems to be okay. And then they're able to just go back to where they were.
That's
So
depressing. That's
amazing
depressing.
that they just keep stretching it. Yeah.
Mm,
It's pretty
interesting.
that is a committed person, man. They are committed to that food. Let me tell
I know,
you.
right?
They're committed. They're like, I love this food. I'm this lap band's not gonna stop me. So
Impressive in a way.
it's impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some commitment, and you
Yeah.
have to give them that,
I mean, they were never satiated with eating those. As far as like the
Right.
GLPs, they would find some sense of satiation, so they'd be like, okay, I'm
See,
good.
they should have done the lap band and do a
Now
GLP
you're onto
to
something.
double,
Hmm.
double your pleasure, double your fun.
I do have a question for you since you are a coach and you have like clients, around the way. Do you have competitors as well too? Contest prep?
Yeah, I do.
What are your thoughts on them using these GLP agonists um, on prep?
I think it helps a lot for a lot of people. I would say about half of my people use it and half don't. No, actually, I'm gonna go 1/3 use it, 2/3 don't. It just depends on like if it's gonna keep you on your diet, if it's gonna keep you adhering to everything, then I think it's worth it. And some people really suffer with the hunger, and if it's gonna reduce your suffering but
Hmm.
not cost us anything else, I'm totally okay with it. The main thing is pulling it out before the show because of the slowed motility and all that.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was my follow-up question I was going to ask, put you guys on game right here who use this stuff. Um, Filling back up going into the show,
Mhm.
how far out do you pull out these things?
I like to do 2 weeks. Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
A
Mm.
lot of them just think they need to do it all the way into the show. Then how do you fill up?
No, you're not going to. You're gonna
You're
get
never
very bloated. It's not gonna be the right look. Yeah.
digestion
Mhm.
issues and all kinds of
Yeah.
good stuff, and you're
Especially
gonna
when you're
end up
now up.
looking flat.
Yeah. And now hopefully you're upping the food as you're going into the show. If you're ready, it's a bad combo at that point.
Hmm.
Yeah. Mhm.
So you
Interesting.
guys heard it here. Not all the way into the show. What would be good though, post show to get back
Yes,
on so you don't go into these bingers eating
absolutely.
food.
Yeah, because when there's no date in sight now, it's real easy to blow up post show. I've done it. I've gained 40 pounds in a week.
Oh yeah, I've
Yeah.
been there.
Yeah. A lot of water, but
Swollen
a lot of
ankles,
fat too. Yeah.
Yeah. It
Mhm.
feels good though, a
Yeah.
little bit. I feel like I'm in a bulker, I've been dieting for so long, and now I'm like,
The
I
pumps are
feel
crazy
bad. Oh,
though.
the pumps are crazy,
Yeah.
dude.
So,
And then it just after you're like, okay, I gotta drop some weight.
mhm.
Have a hard time tying your shoes, all
Yeah.
that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, dude, that's great, man. Um, so when it comes to bodybuilding and cycles and stuff, some of your competitors and all that, would you say you're more of a conservative type of guy when it comes to giving them out their
Yeah.
cycles?
Yes.
Is
I
that
am
your
definitely on the more conservative end. Um, I think it's funny. I was actually just talking to my best friend about this today, a couple
Mhm,
hours ago. Because there's like our clients generally in Colorado, we're known for like good conditioning, great results and other clients. And a lot of other coaches just started saying we push drugs. I'm like, look at our protocols. We push a third, a fourth sometimes of what these other coaches are doing.
mm,
I'm really big on low dose. I think there's like a point of diminishing returns. I have natural athletes that come in looking great as well, and that's like a point of
mhm,
pride for me. I'm like, it's not the drugs, it's giving the athlete what they need as far as diet, the protocol, training, adjusting volume, adjusting the cardio, and mainly also just giving them enough time. Like
mhm.
I'm not a short prep kind of person. I'm not an 8 to 12 week usually, unless they're just some kind of specimen or they're just very lean already. But
Yeah.
usually I'm on the higher end where I'm like 20 weeks is good, 24 even better, 28 amazing.
That
So
makes it easier for you as a coach too.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, and if like there's a speed bump, you can adjust for that. It gives me a lot more leeway. So a lot of time the secret is just more time, to be honest.
Yeah, I know. I get a lot of people that come to me with is like 15 weeks or less, a lot of times. And
Yeah.
they're coming to me at 15 weeks, and I'm like, "Oh, dude, like
Hmm.
we got to get this thing going, and unless
Yeah.
like you said, unless they're in decent shape already, I can do 12 if they're in decent shape and they've been competing.
Hmm.
But if they haven't been on stage for a few years and they've
or
got to
at all, and they're like, "Hey,
oh,
do you think I could make it?"
oh, I've had those a 12-week never did a show. And I'm like,
Oh,
dude, come on. I mean,
yeah.
they weren't really fat, but they've never competed,
They've never competed. They don't even know how their body's going to respond. Some people
Exactly.
lose fat quicker than others.
So I
Oof.
usually just kind of got, how that goes. I just kind of go low on everything. I
Yeah.
just
I mean,
drop their calories and just go.
yeah, at that point, there's nothing else to
That's
do.
it.
Like,
Just
all
drop the
right, prepare
calories
to
and go.
starve, prepare for this to be a terrible 12 weeks,
That's
but
it. Yeah.
we'll see what happens and just manage their expectations at that point
Yeah,
too.
pretty
Like,
much. Yeah.
I mean, if you got someone never competed before, only 12 weeks, and they're like, yeah, I want this overall, you're like,
I know.
You slowly
yeah,
start planting the seed. Hey, you're gonna look like how you look like on stage, all right?
yeah,
Yeah.
you're gonna look your best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. I always do the, hey, don't worry about anybody else. Okay. Just worry about you,
Yeah.
man. Just worry
It's
about
you
you.
versus you. It's what's in the,
Yeah.
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 Just manage
Yeah.
those expectations just a little bit. I mean, people, I mean, you have people that just start the gym that are just already talking about competing. Like
Oh,
they
yeah.
barely even like lifted. I'm like, okay, I can dedicate the next 6 months of my life to basketball, and I'm going to get a whole lot better at basketball. But it doesn't mean I'm going to go to open tryouts or anything
Yeah.
like that. Like,
No.
let me
Yeah,
let me
exactly.
hold back a little bit, give it a little more time, maybe even a couple years. I think people think it's like easier than
Yeah.
it actually is. But you see that on stage. You see what some people are bringing, and you're just like, you
You
look
see,
good
we
for
get
the
a lot of
beach.
it, you get a lot of guys coming in here and yeah, like you said, the first year of lifting, like really lifting, really being serious about
Hmm.
it. And yeah, these expectations are pretty high.
They're
Yeah,
talking about road to pro.
and they're going to go
Oh
pro in the
God.
first
Oh
year.
yeah, that. If I hear that out of somebody's mouth the first year of serious training, they're like, yeah, I want to get the pro card, I'm just like, okay,
Yeah,
like,
I
come
mean,
on, dude.
there's guys that have been trying for 20 years and don't have it.
I know.
So
I
good
know.
luck. I mean, there's some genetic freaks out there for sure,
Well, and you
but
see them,
yeah,
you see them right away,
no, I
you know.
one my best friend has a client right now named Davion. He is 18 years old and he has a physique of an IFBB Pro already today. He is a monster. Like he will be as long as he avoids injuries. And I know Chris is really smart with his protocols and stuff like that. As long as he stays there, manages his health, he will be a top. I'm not even saying Olympian. He'll be a top Olympian within the next 5 years.
You think so? Wow.
Yes. And
So like a Phil Heath genetics, you mean?
yes, if not better. And
Wow.
that's saying a lot. I mean, I've seen Phil Heath
I
in
got, I got to
person.
see this guy, man.
Yeah, I'll show you him on Instagram. He is
Like that
nuts.
one young kid that's on his come up, his IG handles Anton Swole or
Yes,
whatever.
yes.
That guy's
Mhm.
freaky too. And what is he like, 23 or whatever?
22, 23, I think. But I think Davion's going to be surpassing that at that age already.
Damn. And
Like
Anton, like they had the guest posing and Anton was right next to
Terrence.
Terrence Ruffin. I was like, oh my God, Terrence.
Really?
I'm made me think that Terrence is behind a little bit. I was like, oh
A
no,
little lot of
Terrence.
it.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I love
yeah.
Terrence. I love his posing. He's an OG in the sport, but I was just like, oh man,
He looked like he had a
Terrence.
lot left to lose, right? And like what worries me is he's not a big guy. So with big guys, their calories are usually high, so you have more room you could dig into. With him being a little guy, I'm like, whoa, how much room does he even have to go lower than this? He's got a lot of fat to lose still.
Mm,
I'm worried. I love Terrence too. Like,
Yeah,
I think Terrence, like, if you just take him alone, he looks like Mr. Olympia. But unfortunately, you put him up there with the big guys and the effect is
yeah.
gone a little bit. But his physique, his muscle belly is all that incredible.
yeah.
Phenomenal.
And the
Yeah.
posing,
Of
obviously.
course,
I
the
love
posing.
his
The
posing.
posing is
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, that's one thing a lot of guys lack still to this day is, the posing, the art of posing.
Yes.
Hmm.
I feel to this day, a lot of guys don't take it serious enough.
Yeah. It's not who has the best physique, it's who presents the best physique at the end of
That's
the day.
right.
And I have done a terrible job with my own posing. So that's something I need to work on very badly. You're gonna see me in here like every day drilling it at that when I like commit to a show because I literally have an email from the USA judges saying that I had the worst posing in the whole show. I'm like,
Oh,
thank you.
really?
Yeah.
Oh,
And part of it too was I actually was planning on doing classic physique at USA's. And so all my practice was for that. And then 5 weeks out, I got into a little bit of a skydiving accident. And I really wasn't even able to train for the last 5 weeks. So I lost a lot of size. And at the last minute, I'm like, okay, let's just do men's physique. And I didn't really practice it. I'm like, I'm just going to get out there. We're going to see what happens. Fully expecting to lose, like not training for 5 weeks. I was like, okay, this is not going to go well. I could tell like, it was actually a pretty bad look for me comparatively to the others.
mm,
But I already had people flying in. Like, I had some friends from Oregon, some friends from Ohio, Colorado people going, and they all wanted to see me. And I'm like, I'm not going to cancel the show. At least we're just going to get on stage and then we'll have some fun in Vegas after that. But ended up working out anyways. But the posing, I keep that email like close. I'm like, yeah, can't do that again.
So you was at
dude.
USA's 2018 when you won?
Yeah.
I was there too. I think I placed sixth in women's physique.
Yeah.
That's when the shows were like 1,200 people deep. It was
Yes.
stacked before.
For how popular bodybuilding is right now, it's actually surprising the shows are not as stacked as they used to be, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
It
I
just
feel
seems,
like there used to be a lot more.
yeah, I mean, I can speak for back in Colorado where like shows are like half the capacity they used to be when I was competing. And which is weird because bodybuilding seems like it's so big, but it's people are just keeping it on social media for the
I
most
think
part, you know.
so.
They don't want to show their real physique. They want to show it with the Instagram lighting and all that.
Yes.
A
Oh
little bit of
yeah.
editing here and there,
Filters,
Yeah,
and
you can
editing. Yeah.
disguise a lot on the Instagram.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, why don't we see your other poses? I know why. Yeah.
Oh man, just show them the best ones. I was gonna say though, didn't anyone tell you that you don't do skydiving while you're prepping? That's like a rule.
No,
You don't go on hikes, you don't ride motorcycles, and you don't skydive,
I
dude.
did that
nothing
too.
extreme.
These are like the
You know,
three
I did all
things.
three of those things because I was
Yeah,
doing
and
hiking
you
for
did all. Yeah,
cardio.
exactly.
Yeah.
When you're prepping for a good big show, right? Am I right? You don't,
Yeah.
because
I was hiking, but it was super JV hiking.
well, I can tell you, other than skydiving, you're the first one. I know people that have been injured on a hike before the show and a motorcycle before the show, literally like a month out,
Mm.
road rash all on the leg. I just like, well, that's the thing.
You never think it's gonna be you
Of
though. You
course
just
not.
know, like, no, I'll be good. I'll get lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was my first time skydiving
Yeah.
ever too. So
Well, that's
yeah, I was like,
yeah.
well, one of my friends had a connect and he took me up there and I didn't even have an instructor strapped to me. He just explained to me how to do it.
Oh, you did it by
Oh
yourself.
Yeah,
shit.
that's why it went wrong. Yeah,
Dude, lucky you didn't lucky you survived. I mean,
yeah, yeah. I'm like, he's like, no, you got this. You're a smart guy. I'm like,
so
okay.
when you landed, you probably landed bad.
Actually, I think I pulled my chute wrong and it got tangled up.
Ah,
And by the time I pulled the emergency chute, I was already like pretty close to the ground.
Oh shit.
So I hit a lot harder than
Bro,
you should.
Wow.
bro, you're lucky.
Yeah.
Where was this at?
Colorado.
You should have done the tandem, dude.
It was just me and him, and and like, you know how it
He's
is.
like,
I'm a
"Hey,
man.
bro, come on."
I'm like, yeah, I'm
Yeah,
a man. I do this. Yeah, it's
yeah,
smart. First
After
time
that
out.
incident, you ever jump again?
I have not.
yeah.
I mean, I would not alone, tandem for sure, but no, no, not yet. I mean, they have some good skydiving here, from what I understand.
I mean, it's a pretty popular area.
Yeah.
They've had a lot of accidents here, though.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
thank you.
No, I mean, if you look it up, go look it up. There's been a lot of
Yeah,
deaths.
one airplane that just
A whole plane,
A whole plane.
multiple.
Oh,
Oh yeah, a whole
so it's
plane.
not just them jumping out; it's the plane too.
It
Okay.
was. It was. There's been a bunch in the last 20 years, dude.
Oh,
There's been. I mean, how many do you think? How many?
uh,
How many like
maybe a good handful.
fatalities? Probably 10 or so. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, including the plane that went
Right. The
down, so
plane
that
and
that just added up the numbers right
there.
there.
There's a lot. I mean, to me, it's a lot considering like
Mhm.
how they market it as being really safe.
yeah. I mean, have you done like the shark swimming here? I did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems like it'd be dangerous, but
I
you
did
know,
the shark swimming in the open ocean though.
well, that's what we
Not
did.
wasn't
Cage.
no, it wasn't supposed to be. You know what I mean? We were out there, we're like snorkeling, we're like scuba diving,
Wow.
snorkel, and then the sharks are there.
Just
You're
pulled
like,
up on
oh,
you.
there's shark. I've done that before, but that wasn't planned, right? It's just like
It's different when
different.
it's not planned, right?
Well, it's different when it's not planned. You see the shark, you're like, oh yeah, okay,
Mhm.
all right, we'll look out.
I mean, the
And
first
these were white tips, so they weren't tigers. Yeah, you don't want tiger shark.
I had a tiger shark twice.
Yeah, you got to watch out for those.
I've gone 3 times, and 2 of them had a tiger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there were smaller ones.
Um, I want to say on the smaller end, like 12 feet or something like that, which
Oh
is not
shit.
that big.
That's
Oh,
So
still
that's
huge.
decent size actually. It's decent
I
size
have
too.
video on
So
my Instagram with me right next to it,
okay,
actually. So it was decent size, but it was all good, I guess. But still, it's nerve
yeah.
wracking. The
Oh
funny
yeah.
thing is, the first time I went, it was like an add-on to a whale watching trip or whatever.
Okay.
And then we pull out there, and I'm like, "Where's the cage?" It's like,
Yeah.
"There's
Yeah.
no
There's no
cage.
cage.
There's
Yeah.
no cage. Just get in there." I'm like, "What?" But I'm
Yeah.
like, my mind had rationalized it. I'm like, "There's other people that are in here.
Yeah.
Other people have done this, and no one's gotten attacked." So it's
Right.
like, okay, I'm not gonna.
Just make
How,
you
how many
make
people
sure. Well, you
followed?
make sure you
Yeah.
swim next to
Like if I'm
somebody
in the middle
that
of the
that
group,
you
Yeah.
can just push
yeah,
them in front of
So
you.
your odds are better. You swim with the group.
Yeah.
swim in
Yeah.
the middle, try
Yeah.
to, yeah.
Well, that's
Mm.
like the same whenever you go hiking, right? In the mainland, like make sure you're not the slowest one. So if there's a bear, you can at least outrun the slowest person, then you're good.
Or just trip them. It's all
Yeah.
right.
Or just trip them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oopsie.
That's all you need. So yeah, interesting. I mean, yeah, Hawaii's not the shark attacks here aren't too bad. I mean, there are randoms, but there was when I was younger, probably like I don't know, maybe 20 years old, we were swimming and we were snorkeling down by like Rabbit Island, Rabbit
Okay.
Island. And the water's about 20, 25 feet deep. And we're over there. And I used to free dive with my friend and we used to snorkel and all that. And we had a boat, a smaller boat. And there was maybe three or four of us and we were doing it over there. And after that, we're like, okay, cool, whatever. And I don't know, I was kind of freaked out a little bit because for some reason I was like, it feels weird. Literally a few days later, there was a huge, like 15-foot tiger shark, and somebody got attacked over there.
Yikes.
And I was like, that's where we were.
Could have been
And
us.
my friend's just like, oh, we're fine. He's one of those guys. I was like,
I
dude, I'm
something.
not going back there. I was like, because it is dangerous. Because when you go near the island, like you get closer to Rabbit Island,
Mm.
that's they kind of like to go around the island because a lot of the fish, I guess, and stuff, they kind of,
Okay.
they're by the rocks and stuff, right? So the sharks kind of go around it. So that's kind of a higher risk, I guess, than maybe say in the open ocean.
Oh, I was about to say like, oh, is the mamas coming in birthing little pups
Yeah,
and
I don't know, but there's a lot going on right around the island there. So
no taken. Don't
yeah,
don't go there.
yeah. It's nice when you go diving down there, but it's like it's a little freaky. You're like, ooh, okay,
I
be
gotta get
careful.
out there. I gotta
Huh?
get out in the
You
ocean
never
more.
been out there? Yeah.
No, not yet.
Hey, you should
It,
go check it out sometime. Just go on a boat. But
yeah, that's all. I mean, the plan is to enjoy the water a lot more. I didn't get to
yeah,
enjoy it this like first half year that I've been here, so
yeah. How
happy to
long you
get
been
out.
here on island?
since October. So I mean, it's been I guess like 9 months or almost, no 10.
Hmm.
But a big chunk of that was dealing with the cancer, and before that even got diagnosed, I was just in so much pain that wasn't really going out anywhere. So now it's about time to actually enjoy what I came here for.
Right.
Like I'd love to get into like surfing and stuff like that, but I don't know what the logistics are of me doing that and bodybuilding. And
Yeah, I
then
don't know.
just,
It's kind of, I don't know a lot of, well, maybe there's some surfer bodybuilder guys. I would say those guys are men's physique guys, you know,
yeah. What I was
but
just looking at is like if I'm like 270, 280, it's really hard to find a board that works for you. That's
No,
you would have to
I
do
think,
longboard.
yeah,
yeah.
definitely longboard. You see those big uncles that
Yeah,
they shred and they
you could
got
do
the
longboard.
big pot bellies and
They're probably like 280,
yeah,
fat, but 280,
he could do it. He
I
could
think
do
you
it.
Yeah, you
could.
could
You
do
could
it.
do it. Yeah.
You're not gonna float, but hey,
I do
So
not float. That's a problem. Yeah, I
you
realize
have
that.
the board.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have the board. If you do the long boards, those would be the ones probably. Or you could paddle board.
I think that's what I'm going to start with. Start with the paddle board because then you can catch some like minor waves with that too.
Yeah,
Just to learn how to stand on the waves and stuff like that.
you do the
Um,
knee thing, and then you can do the standing, and then
yeah,
you can
let's
work
take it
your way up.
slow. I'll take it slow. It's just really energy consuming because yeah, I mean as a bodybuilder, I'm proud that I'm not buoyant at all, but it doesn't really help out there in the ocean. It takes so much energy just to stay afloat.
yeah, speaking of energy, from when you're going through your treatment and now, do you feel like you're back 100%, got all your energy back and
I think I'm pretty close, and I'm definitely better than I was like all of last year. Like I was just in the gym all of last year, like hating every workout. I was like, why can't I lock in? Why can't I feel better? And I couldn't put my finger on it. Now it's all back. I actually enjoy training. I think I can still get better. I mean, it still frustrates me that I can't train legs like the way I want to, but clearly the cancer before it even got diagnosed was affecting me like systemically quite a bit. So it might not be like my absolute peak, but it's a lot better in comparison to where it was. So I'm really happy with it. Like I'm just found the love of bodybuilding again, found the love of
good?
training. Yeah.
When you were doing you can't do the legs like you said, but were you a big squat guy, or were you more of a machine guy?
I'm a machine guy. I love
Always
the
been
hack
machine guy.
squat, the pendulum.
Okay.
Like I haven't squatted in a couple of years. I had like one PR in mind and I hit that. And then I'm like, okay, we're done with squats.
I think you showed me that. Yeah, you showed me
I
the
did,
video.
yeah.
What was it?
It was 670.
670. That's
Yeah.
pretty good. Yeah.
I was like, at 7 plates, I'm like, okay, I don't I don't need this
That
anymore.
was,
I don't need this. So
I mean, yeah.
Prior to checking yourself into the hospital or the doctor's office to address your hip that you're having, what were the other telltale signs that you're having in regards to the pain and everything else that you knew like, oh, something's wrong, but you just pushed through?
I was getting random pains. Like I would wake up and like my wrists would hurt. Like it felt like arthritis in my wrists. And the next day I would wake up and it's in my ankles and it's not in my wrist anymore. My fingers would randomly hurt. My foot would hurt. Just there's like a lot of pain that just would be unexplained and it was almost like it was just moving around my body. Then I had like other pains that I just attributed to training. Like I felt one of my ribs and I thought, oh, I must have like pulled an intercostal or something like that. That's what that must be. And some things were just stupid on my part. Like I had a pain that was also in like the back of my head, like the skull area. And I'm like, oh, must have hit it or something.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. But it turns out that probably was the cancer too, because they didn't officially diagnose it there. But I think it's also because my head was hanging out of the PET scan anyways. So when I started the chemo, after the first chemo session, that pain went away too. And I'm like, I see. I see what happened here. So just things that are like that was stupid to ignore. Like if I hit my head, my back of my head probably wouldn't hurt for 6 months straight. So
Right.
little things like that. And then it just progressively got worse and worse and worse, where there'd just be more pain. I wasn't sleeping well, and like I was getting sick a lot too. My immune system's really taking a hit. So all these things I just kind of tried to pass off. Oh, that's random. Oh, that'll go away. Once I heard it training,
Give it 2 weeks, it'll go away,
yeah,
right?
well, I'll put some peptides in that.
That's
That'll
kind
be all
of
good.
that's typical bodybuilder thinking. If there's pain, you're not thinking anything beyond, oh, this is just normal.
Yeah,
This is what happens, and you just kind of deal with it, right?
yeah. And the other thing is, I got the MRI on the hip first. Like, I didn't get it at Kaiser, which is where I got the treatment done. I had it done at like a random doctor's office here. I can kind of an urgent care, but more for like orthopedic stuff, and they did an MRI on the hip, and they're like, "This doesn't look right. This looks like possible cancer." But they
Oh
didn't. They
shit.
didn't say like very definitively. And I
Mm.
actually had another thing a couple years back where they thought I had cancer too, and it turned out not to be cancer. So in my
Okay.
mind, I'm like, "Oh, it's just another one of those things." But the funny thing is, when I went to Kaiser, they actually showed me the MRI that they did, and my hip was like a completely different color than the other one. I was like, if they had just shown me that, I would have gone right away. Like it looks like
Jeez.
this is not a bone injury. So like even to my untrained eye, I was like, that is clearly something I would have absolutely gone in
That's
for.
crazy,
Yeah, they
man.
just told me, there's a possibility it's cancer. There's a possibility it's some,
Oh,
yeah.
that's fucked up.
But it kept on getting worse, and eventually I did go to like actual Kaiser, and they diagnosed the whole thing. Had like all the
Man,
blood
that's
tests, and
crazy. Possible. Like,
yeah, like
it's a
not
huge
real.
deal. That's a big
Where'd you
thing.
go? Like one of these all access orthos or
Yeah, I think
whatever?
that's what it was.
And they were just, oh, possibility.
Yeah, I think
That's what
that's
it
what,
was called.
That's where I
That's
went.
what-
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
yeah. It was that, and I don't blame them, but I wish they would have put a little more urgency into me to
Yeah.
go because I still spent another couple of weeks after that, like dealing with it, and they just gave me pain meds, and the pain meds were not
Because
enough at
that's
that
what
point.
they did. They kind of pawned me up. They're like, here, take some of these. And I'm like, I it's not even gonna take the edge off. I'm sorry.
It didn't. The first one they gave me, not even like a little bit. I was like, oh my God.
Did they do that? Oh, we'll see you in 2 weeks for a follow-up.
I don't remember. I think they literally just sent me out with the medicine where and they're like, maybe go get that looked at somewhere else. I'm
Maybe.
like, yeah, like didn't put any urgency into me really.
No, mine's immediately, as soon as I got my MRIs, I went to my other doctors. I'm like, here, what do you think? And then I progressively like just leaned forward into getting my things done
Yeah,
before their follow-up.
yeah. I mean,
Mm.
I just say I just didn't think it would be cancer, so it never like it's not a thought that really occurs to you, you
No,
know? Especially like now it would be the thought that occurs to me if I have random pains. Now I should probably get that looked at, but like previous to this, it's all been just gym
It's
related
just normal.
injuries. Yeah,
Yeah, it's just
yeah.
everyday
were
pain.
you in
Yeah.
denial as well too, thinking I'm too young. I'm too young.
I
I'm
was for a
healthy.
little
I'm
bit.
all of
I
this.
was because when I first went to the doctor, the Kaiser doctor, he looked at the like some of the tests and he's like, I don't think that's cancer. Then he comes back 30 minutes later, might be cancer. By the end of the appointment, he's like, 99.9% chance it's cancer.
Oh shit.
I'm like, I'm like, this man just keeps coming back with worse and worse news. But even at 99.9%, I was like, nah, it ain't me.
That's
Like,
crazy.
so like the next like 3 or 4 days until the actual test came back, I'm like, nah. And then finally it did come
Still.
back. I'm like,
But how old are you then?
32.
32.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're young.
Were you were you using growth hormone or have you used growth hormone?
I wasn't at that moment, but I have. Yeah.
Mm. Now it's supposed to, right? Supposedly, if you have cancer, it's supposed to accelerate that, right?
It depends on what kind of cancer it is.
Mm.
But yeah. Yeah, that's
Or
why
it can, right?
I gotta
Any
avoid.
type of growths or anything like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I'm gonna avoid that
Yeah, you're
going
not gonna
forward
play with
now.
that stuff
Yeah.
anymore, right? Yeah. Yeah.
So any of that, IGF, testosterone, anything with that type of
Growth hormone
Yeah.
type.
precursor.
And for me, like cancer runs in my family. Like pretty much
Mm.
everyone on my dad's side has had cancer except for him. He's like the oldest to not have it at this point. But
Okay.
so in my mind, I was like, well, he's fine. Maybe I'm fine. But really, I should have been getting that looked at. And they're all different types of cancer, like in that side. Like everyone's had a different thing. It's not like, pancreatic cancer that like runs in the family, just pure broad cancer. So now
Interesting.
I know I got to look out for it.
Yeah.
But luckily, it
Jeez.
was a treatable, curable thing. It was like 4 months. Not a great 4 months, but it's not that bad. Like some people are in chemotherapy for years.
Yeah.
The one I was in was one of the most intense chemotherapies that like exist, but I'd rather that and get it done in 4 months than, drag this out for a year, 2 years, like some people are. So
So
Yeah, it was pretty fast. Yeah.
yeah,
chemotherapy took care of it, or did you have to go in and do a medical procedure as well?
no, it was just a
Oh,
chemotherapy.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Luckily didn't need radiation, didn't need anything else. There was other steps to take if the chemotherapy didn't work, but the cancer that I had, I believe, an 85% success rate with just chemotherapy. So at least like when they told me that, I'm like, okay, the odds are good. And adult odds are a little less, but only because usually adults can't seem to handle that kind of chemotherapy. Like the dosing is too high, and they have to like bring it down. But for kids that do the full therapy, it's like 85 to 90% survival or 85 to 90% cure rate. So
Mm.
I'm like, no, we're gonna get through it. We're gonna just do the full dose. And I didn't get any side effects pretty
Wow.
much until the very last one.
So you never got wiped out for like a week after chemotherapy and
I got wiped out for a day once. A
okay.
day. Yeah, there was like one day where I just like laid on the couch all day, but that was the worst of it. Then the very last one, that one is the one the neuropathy popped up
Yeah.
in, and now my body's I can still tell it's still recovering. Like I get hives here and there just from like my immune system kicking back up and just being overreactive
Yeah.
to everything. So it's still recovering, but it's like I said, four
So
months out of my life is not the worst thing I've ever
the
done.
post-treatment and then how quickly you would recover or there was like none at all. Do you attribute a lot of that because of your
Yes,
exercise and
100%. Like I think that's changed everything. Like my body was resilient. My body still stayed
yes.
strong. I was still lifting as heavy as I could and like against doctor's orders, but
Right.
like
Mm.
clearly it's working for me because every time I come back to the gym, they're all or to the hospital, they're like, "Oh wow, you're still pretty big. You still got a lot of muscle." I'm like, "Because I'm going to the gym. I'm still eating correctly." And like you don't see the correlation. By the end of it, my doctor actually did admit to me, she's like, that was definitely the right move. And she said, I'm actually inspired to go to the gym now myself. And she got a gym membership.
Good.
Whether she's still going or not,
Yeah,
I don't
right,
know.
right,
But,
right.
you know,
Well, I'm just surprised that they would say that that wasn't the right move,
Yeah,
you know.
I think more people should incorporate some means of exercise. I mean,
Exercise doesn't have to be high intensity,
no,
but I
not at
mean
all.
something.
I
Strength
think they would
training
have
of
been
some
more
sort.
okay with like cardio based exercise and
Well,
stuff
of
like
course,
that.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
they weren't big on the weight training at all. Like,
Hmm.
mm, if anything, like that's what helped me
Did
the
you do
most.
body weight stuff too? You know, any body weight like push-ups, pull-ups, or things like that?
I mean, I do pull
Or
ups in
no?
my lifts and dips, but I'm
Okay,
still, for the most part, just the same as everything.
just
Yeah.
a regular.
Yeah, the only thing legs was even worse back then, so that was just pretty much leg extension and leg extension.
And you weren't on any like cycles or anything, right? Were you doing
Mm,
like TRT or anything like
no,
that? No, okay.
I came off everything.
You got off of all that.
Yeah,
Yeah. Smart move.
yeah. I just like, well, my thought process there too was if my testosterone is higher, then my IGF levels are naturally going to be higher, and that could potentially affect the cancer too.
Right.
So I'm like, let's just be safe. Let's come off everything, and I mean, I'm still maintaining a decent amount of muscle, but
Yeah, yeah.
like, it wasn't the priority at that point. So.
Smart. I think life was priority at that point. Yeah.
Survival, yeah, getting
Yeah,
through it,
man.
yeah. I mean, I've lost muscle before. I've gotten sick before, and it always comes back. So I'm like, okay, I'm a lot more at peace with losing some muscle and getting it back now than I was in like my early 20s, where if I missed a meal, it's like a terrible, terrible day. My whole day is wrecked. I'm
Right?
like, oh no. I'm a lot more at peace with like,
It's okay. Like you'll
yeah,
be okay.
yeah, it'll
Yeah,
be
I'm
fine.
sure
It'll be
this
cool
whole thing has changed you completely.
for
So
sure, for sure,
I'm sure you have a whole different outlook.
for sure. But it also like I'm more motivated, if anything, in the last couple of years too, because I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, this could end at any moment here. Like,
Yeah.
need to make the most of it. And then I also just, you know, I feel like there's a lot of pressure on me to compete from like friends, family. Okay, not so much family. They don't really friends and people that like know me from bodybuilding circles and stuff like that. Like in Colorado, I was known to pretty much be unbeatable. I did 7 shows and I won them all.
Oh,
And
okay.
so
Oh, wow.
there's like pressure for me to go into a pro show and just plow through everyone, which I'm like, guys, this is the pros. Like this is different stuff. Like let's manage expectations a little bit. Like I'd love that, but there's no guarantees in the pros. But the pressure is actually helping me, if anything. Like I need to like bring my best, and I'm more motivated than ever. So
Okay.
That's awesome.
yeah.
Well, you're still really young and resilient, so you got some time on your hands, but like 8-year hiatus, do you have any butterflies and or apprehension?
No, not really. Like I'm really calm when I compete myself. I'm actually super duper nervous when my clients compete. Like you can probably measure my heart rate when I'm on stage and it's probably like 70, 80. Then when my clients are on stage, it's like 150, 160. I'm
Tachycardia?
like, yeah, I'm like, oh my God. So no, I've always
Interesting.
been pretty chill with competing because I've known I've done what I can. I think that comes from like I'm very dedicated, especially when I'm on prep. I'm not even gonna have like an extra almond. Everything's gonna be on point. And as long as I know that I've done everything I possibly can, I'm at peace with that. So if someone beats me and that that's fair, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Colorado Springs isn't Cameron Bodnar
Yeah. Cameron.
total package 808 or total no total package.
Total
What is
package.
what's
Yeah.
his yeah,
That's his
yeah.
thing. Total package.
Are you familiar with that guy? He's like an old school dude. He was from Hawaii from back
I
when
don't know if he's from Colorado Springs though.
or he's in Colorado somewhere.
Isn't he? Yeah. I don't know if he's from Aurora or somewhere. I
Boulder.
don't know.
it sounds like vaguely familiar, but I couldn't
Yeah.
Um,
place it. No.
Yeah. He was from here though, and then he's been up there for years, and he had like it's called Total Package, and he had a whole bunch of clients, and yeah, he still has it.
oh,
Like
he does?
I
Oh,
think he still kind of does some. Yeah. So yeah. I mean, I know the state's big, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Still, I mean, the competition scene isn't like usually the coaches know each other, so I maybe I know him and I'm just not like placing the
Right.
name to him.
Right.
Yeah. So,
Yeah. Right on. Well, we're about to wrap it up, man. I was gonna ask you, so, you being a cancer survivor and also a coach and everything, I guess what would be advice, say you'd give to somebody who wants to compete and also just something that some type of advice, especially from now the knowledge that you have from going through this cancer and surviving, like what would you put out there to people?
I would tell you if you're going to do it, then just commit and do it. Obviously, give yourself enough time to get the product that you want, get the physique that you want, but just go for it because you don't know that it's going to be there a year from now, 2 years from now. Life can change, life can hit you. It could all be taken from you. Your health is wealth. And while you have it, you need to go for it because you don't want to be later in life looking back and been like, I should have done that. I could have done that. I would have been this. I would have been that. You just don't want those thoughts to appear in your head. You want to give it your all, put it out there. And if it doesn't work out, but you gave it your all, it's kind of like what I said when I compete. As long as you've done everything, then you at least know what your potential was. But it's really hard to live with yourself knowing that you didn't reach your potential, in my opinion.
Hmm. Yeah.
also too, since you are a coach as well and a diverse one, where can people find you or what are your socials?
Um, you can find me on Instagram mostly. My Instagram handle is IFBB Zane, and I also have a website, www.teamliftlab.com. You can get like bodybuilding programs, diets there, stuff like that. And I put out a new bodybuilding program every 8 weeks. So it's basically a mesocycle. It's $9 a month. If you guys want to sign up there, pretty much train the way I train.
Oh, cool, man.
Fantastic. That's
Yeah,
cool.
we'll put the links up and stuff like that. So
Mhm.
it's badass. Thanks for coming on, man.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Anytime. Thank you for having
See,
me.
you're always in your training, so I know I see you on here doing your thing, so I'm always like, all right,
Yeah, thank you for
let's
having me.
bring you
Thank you for
on.
the great environment here. I
Yeah.
drive all the way here because I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey, yeah, we always talk about the gym
yeah,
and I'm glad that you like it. This is the environment that I like, so I'm glad that
yeah.
it's a good environment and you also think that it is. So awesome. Maybe we'll get
Congratulations.
some new equipment. We're talking about some new
Oh, nice.
me and Zane talking about some new pieces, so you never know.
Let's go.
Never know.
Something might
Good
appear
stuff.
here soon. I'll see.
Mhm.
All right.
Congratulations again for beating cancer and good luck to you for your pro debut. We'll be definitely looking forward to that. I'm
Thank you.
excited for you.
Yeah, you guys are gonna get to see me prep. I'm
Yes.
like a little disappointed that my Colorado people didn't get to see that, but my new people here will. So it's gonna be
Yeah,
exciting. I
dude.
haven't seen myself get that lead in a long time, so I'm excited.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I want to see that, man. I'm very excited for
A new
that. So
beast in the gym.
I know
Awesome. Awesome.
we got
Awesome.
another. We got a beast in here. So all right, guys. Well, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next on Paradise Pump. Aloha.